Today on Attack of the Show. While you're targeting the enemy, EA may be targeting you. From hi-fi headphones to mini MP3 players, Little Will's got the hookup. Beers, brats, and bays. These MySpace girls love Oktoberfest as much as the Germans. All this and more on a live and intoxicating Attack of the Show, starting right now.
What's going on here? Think upon this.
Attack of the Show. Attack.
If you had to work with you every day, you'd punch me.
Hey, everybody! Hey! Big smile. We're friends, right?
Love you.
Welcome to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. It is Wednesday, October 18th. My name is Kevin Pereira.
What's up, everyone? I am Olivia Munn, and we are coming to you live from the G4 Studios in L.A.
Literally live.
Live.
The show is happening
Right now.
while you're watching.
Live time, real time.
I was watching some non-live television on the old TiVo. Been trying to catch up.
Yeah, I know. I've been sick, so I haven't been able to watch anything. What I've been
You
missing.
have been missing out. You'd be very impressed with our little
Really?
Federline lately.
What?
K-Fed's out there. He's rocking
K-Fed,
it.
you mean that no-talent, freeloading, baby-making D-bag?
Wow. Okay, that's one way to look at it, I suppose.
That's what I call him.
K-Fed's got a mountain of talent, and just on Monday, he was back again on TV for guys like me, pleasing his fans.
He's
Look
on
at that whole crowd.
WWF
He's on the
or E?
WWE. He's doing a little wrestling. That's John Cena.
The Marine.
Hell yeah, look at him.
He gets
Boom.
body
Taking the
slammed.
slam like a man, selling it like the actor he is.
He sucks. What was he going on to WWE now to sell his records? I mean,
Well,
come on.
where else do you go after you're on the hit TV show CSI? I mean, come on, we talked about
He just
this.
gets beat up
The guy
all the
is
time.
getting major role after major role because he's got
Major
charisma.
role?
He's got
Okay,
it.
Tell
Look
me,
at the sparkle. He's
tell me
shining
he
off
actually
that
auditioned
screen.
for CSI. He didn't get the major role. They just said, "Hey, we need some ratings for our
I'm
show.
sorry.
Let's put Kevin Federline
I'm sorry.
on."
Tom Hanks, could you audition for our movie?
Yeah,
Oh,
did you
I'm
really?
sorry. Robin Williams. Hey, yeah, we think you might be a good actor.
Did you
We think
really
might be
say
good-
Robin Williams, Tom Hanks compared to Kevin Federline?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't do that to Mr. Federline because I'd be dropping the fire on him. Okay.
No.
He's on a whole other echelon
This is
of
different.
talent and
There's
ability.
Talent. Okay, Kevin is actually serious. He actually enjoys Kevin Federline's music. Kevin Federline is one of those people who has no talent, gets some kind of fame, tries to disguise it as talent,
Excuse
and then when he realizes that no one is dealing with his BS, then he goes on to the WWE to sell his crap.
You are funny. You got jokes today, Miss Munn.
He really loves his stuff.
How do
people.
you have an album that's about to drop any moment and
Everybody
spread
has
like
an album.
wildfire without talent? How can you rock Pure? He's in his element right there.
It's called
in
marrying.
Vegas,
It's
baby.
called marrying somebody who has money.
Look
and
at the
they
way he works
get
the camera.
people to make an album.
Okay, that's one way to look at it. You're completely discounting the fact that he was one of the most talented dancers in North America.
are out of your mind.
He gave up his career for the family life, for the woman that, and for the kid that he'll probably love
Well,
legally
you know
until
what?
18.
He needs to drop the music and go back to giving the baby a bottle. That's what I think. And you know what? This is sad. Kevin really does enjoy his single. He's not. This isn't a joke. This isn't a put on right now.
It's kind of good.
Sing it.
I
You know
can't
it.
say
Don't.
whatever, but it's the I can't sing it. We don't own the rights, but I'd love to
He
perform
would
it
love.
with them one of these days.
It's true, you guys. I kid you not. Now, while I throw up a little bit and try to swallow it back down, you guys get your CC list up to date. We are set to
sweetheart.
give you the good stuff.
You're never going to lose the weight if you keep swallowing it back down.
I'll try.
Get ready to click forward, folks. We're going around the net.
First up, we've got a clip from a video game mod. Nothing fancy like making Command and Conquer into Halo, but a new spin on a classic game. Forget the Japanese. What if Godzilla terrorized the Koopas? Yeah, it's kind of an unfair fight, I know, but despite his size, Godzilla still has to hop on the Koopas, right? Now, listen up, video game producers. We want old games and lopsided fights. We want Godzilla in Excite Bike. We want Mike Tyson's Punch-Out and Mega Man sometimes. After a long day, we just want an easy win. Is that
true.
too much to ask?
That's not too much to ask.
Like
No, I get
Guitar
what you're
Hero
saying.
was really hard yesterday.
You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. I shouldn't have thrown you an expert. That was my bad. I kind of sandbagged you. I kind of heard the Greyhound coming and just.
That's every day. He does that.
What are you gonna do? Next up, another classic revamp, though this time it's Mr. Potato Head. See, instead of a boring old potato, though, you get to modify Clubber Lang himself, Mr. T.
Wow.
Pity the fool. That guy. You know.
Is that what it looks like, bald?
Kinda, yeah. You can drag and drop whatever hair and accessories that you'd like on the former 18
No, that's
member.
just silly.
It's
No
good.
one would ever wear glasses that big.
Mr. T could. You know what I'm saying? Come on, give it a whirl. Give it a whirl.
Okay, let's
we have
see.
the internet.
Okay, I like that one.
Don't give me, you give me a unibrow?
Ooh, I like a little puff.
That's good.
It's like when girls get
little
their
dabble
shave
there,
their
yeah.
little thing. They're like, I'm just gonna shave a little circle and maybe like a little runway.
So what?
I hate it when girls do that shit.
You can't. That's not a landing strip on Mr. T. That's a totally different thing you've done there.
I wish we could make it up like it'd go down here somewhere.
Yeah, I think it would. Do you think it wears gold chains around it?
Oh, maybe that'd be nice.
It is
little
pretty
jingle.
Good. Come on, give him a gentleman's stash.
Okay.
See, this site kill hours and hours and hours, but we're gonna kill a minute, and we've already spent far too long on it. But there you go, quite the gentleman. There you go, the bearded necklace, and we're moving on. I just want to know where's what is it? What's his name from? George
Papard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where does his oh, there it is. Is it a gentleman's stash? It makes him look years younger, I think.
Yeah, Hannibal should have dropped those cigars.
Definitely not a good thing.
And finally, we've got a video that shows a kid being humiliated in front of all his peers while playing basketball. Where'd it go? It goes nowhere. Now, you guys, to double the humiliation, the video has been posted on YouTube for the world to see, and actually, I guess this didn't really help national TV.
Oh,
sorry,
the
kid.
whole showing him. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. But, you know, if I were you, it's a little bit of advice from Olivia to you. I'd seriously look into faking a career-ending injury now.
I'm sure his teammates beat the hell out of him. He doesn't have to fake anything
it went
after that.
nowhere.
That poor kid.
You know, his daddy needs to... Oh, maybe he doesn't have a dad.
Probably doesn't.
I just thought about that.
Could
But either
happen.
way, go on to just try your little... I'm digging.
Just stop. Yeah, stop
Yeah,
it. You're
okay.
fine, sweetheart.
Well,
We're done with the
Godzilla, dead A-Team members, humiliated kids that I really do love. Now, just another day on the internet.
Go to g4tv.com/AOTS if you want the links to anything you just saw. But right now, folks, you know what time it is. It's time for the only news that you need to know. Here's Layla Kaylee.
In the feed headlines.
Well done.
Thanks, guys. Here's what's coming up in the feed. All of mp3.com is no longer selling songs. They're giving them away. Plus, besides hours of video, your iPod might also have a virus. And in a couple of weeks, it could be legal to carry a whole bunch of pot in Nevada. It's all coming your way in the feed. But first, back to you.
Thanks, Layla. Right now, let's check in with Zachariah Selwyn.
Hey, Zachariah.
What's happening?
What's going on?
Hey, you know, besides Martina Navratilova's birthday today?
Yeah, I guess besides that.
Great. Happy birthday.
Well, apparently some people on this show don't appreciate their lesbian tennis.
I don't. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I like the grunting noises.
Oh, that's nice, actually. You notice how much hotter tennis players are now than they used to be?
Right? What
know?
happened with that?
That Rafael Nadal is just sensational. No! You know, coming up in a little bit, I'm going to strap on the miner's helmet, turn on the light, and search through your favorite social networking site, MySpace, to find a new Girl of the Week. God, those chicks were hot. We might even find some tennis playing swingers, so I'd stay tuned if you know what's good for your sex life.
Very nice. I like you look at photos now and it's like, wow,
I know.
those are MySpace girls.
The girls
it's
like
not
that.
just like
That's such a
MySpace. Wait, don't put that on MySpace.
No, but put it on. We put it on. This girl's like, don't take a picture.
I'll
No
take
way.
it out of my toppy.
I'll take you out of my topic.
Whatever.
That's Kevin's threat to me every day. And you guys, let's hear from you in the army of monitor heads.
Yeah, here's Nate from the home state of Ed Gein, actually.
Hey guys, this is Nate from Maxie, Wisconsin. What kind of in-game advertising is the worst?
There's so much advertising in games now. We're actually talking about this, and
It's everywhere
it
now.
is everywhere. And my question is, what's the big deal? You know, Second Life is when you go into the real world. There's advertising in the real world. What's the big deal?
Well, okay, in certain games, and even in Second Life I think it's debatable, but in other games, if I'm playing a driving game and I'm heading down what should be a real world street, I understand billboards and I understand, you know, like wheat pasted ads
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Even if it is for Axe body spray everywhere in the city, EA, that's fine. I get it. But in other games, it seems out of place. And the bigger issue here is that, you know, do you subscribe to HBO?
Yeah, I do.
You know, commercial-free television. Now, what if you paid for something like that? Like you're paying $15 a month for an MMO game subscription, or you're paying $60 for a PC game off the shelves, and there's ads in it as well. You'd be kind of upset if you saw commercials on your HBO.
But are the games stopping in the middle to show, like HBO, they don't stop and have a commercial in the middle. That would piss me off. Now, if there's a Coca-Cola can in the background, I wouldn't get so mad. Are the games stopping in the middle for commercial breaks?
You know, some games do, like when they switch to an instant replay, they flash an ad across the screen. So, but it hasn't got to the point where you stop and watch an ad. If it ever gets there, the game had better be free, which they have done in other cases. But more and more ads and more games, it's not cool. And I think that video game ads, some people think they're great, some people think they're evil, but they keep costs down for developers, but they really don't pass them on to gamers yet, and that's the problem.
Not yet. But you guys, because we care, it is time for the poll question. Do video game advertisers have the right to spy on you? Vote at our website, g4tv.com/AOTS, or text your vote to G4TXT. That's 44898 to vote and register for AOTS Live News Alerts.
Yeah, and coming up later, Monty Python alum Terry Gilliam, he's got a new flick in theaters, and we'll show you some of the weirdness. So stay tuned for some Tideland action.
Now, Jack Thompson hates video game violence. He hates it so much that he wants to keep you guys at home from playing your favorite games by suing the crap out of anything that moves. But what a lot of people don't know is that besides being a lawyer, he actually moonlights as a comedic actor, too.
Hear that? Yeah. My God. Somebody call Jack Thompson.
I'll be right there. I'm on the case.
Water in the court.
I'd like to call to the stand Mario Lombardi.
Hey, Joe, how you doing?
Mr. Lombardi, did you or did you not kill the man in this photo?
Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing here.
You're a plumber by trade, are you not, Mr. Lombardi?
Plumber, Mr. Thompson. I'm your dry cleaner. You know that.
You like the video games, don't you?
Video games? Yeah, sure. I like to play video games.
Do they ever make you frustrated?
Yeah, I guess I get a little frustrated with them sometimes.
And what do you do then? Do you start shooting things? In the video game?
Yeah, I'll start shooting some things, sure.
Perhaps even killing things. In the video games?
Well, yeah.
I rest my case.
That's the case. Where you going? What just happened here? Going to jail or something?
Well, let's just say that justice was served here today.
Mr. Thompson, Mr. Thompson.
Yes, you.
What video game are you going to go after next?
Well, there's this game called Madden 06, and I hear that there are ladies in the video game in various stages of undress, waving their pom-poms around. Come on, we all know what that means, right? But first, I need some hot coffee.
Okay, when Jack Thompson was on our show just a few months ago, he said he actually enjoyed that skit.
Jack Thompson's hot. I just want to get that out there.
That was not the real Jack Thompson, I don't think. That was a reenactor.
Oh, wow.
You guys, it surprised us all that he had such a great sense of humor. You guys stay with us. We have great sense of humor, too.
Honest.
We're just about to get this started. Don't leave.
Does EA have you in its sights? The Loop takes aim. And from millionaires to MMOs, Olivia's rack is stacked.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show. We are live and talking spyware and ads. Before the break, we asked you if video game advertisers have the right to spy on you. Well, according to the malware we've installed on your computer, it appears that 96% of you believe that advertisers should mind their own business. Well, let's go on over to Kevin Pereira, who I've caught being real-life spyware. All I'm saying is, ladies, lock the dressing room door.
Wow, that poll result's kind of surprising. I think that means 4% of EA's employees today were on our website voting. With the release of EA's Battlefield 2142, video game ads are back in the news. Now, do the big gaming companies have the right to put advertising or spyware into their games? And this may be the dawn of a new age in advertising, but should you be scared about it? Brought to you by Coca-Cola Visa and the good people at the Human Fund, it's The Loop. Joining us tonight all the way from San Francisco, senior editor for Games for Windows, the official magazine, Darren Gladstone is here, and my long-lost son and co-host of X-Play, Adam Sessler. You were going to call me Dad, weren't you, Adam?
I was close to it,
I saw it. Now, listen, here's the deal. People went home, they bought Battlefield 2142, and they opened up their little box, and they found this little slip of paper. And in it, this little slip states that in-game advertising worldwide, IGA worldwide, was going to monitor their gameplay, collect data about their exposure to ads, etc., etc. Darren, the online community flipped. They really, they freaked out. They blew their lids over this one. Did they overreact, though? That's the question, or was their response justified?
Well, you know what? It's kind of a half and half thing. I mean, like, the initial knee-jerk reaction I had is that if you read further into that, it says that they log your IPs, which honestly freaks me a little out because I don't want anyone to know where I'm at. The justification IGA has is that they're targeting they're targeting IPs so that they don't advertise for a London ad in the U.S. I don't know if I buy. I don't know if
That's true. Joystick. In fact, Joystick today had a posting from EA where they clarified today that they just want your geographical location, so you don't get ads for like a French cell phone company or some Korean ringtones, and they know you're from North America. You want the Pepsi ad, and obviously not the diet one, but. I think there was a privacy invasion here that gamers were worried about. Is that?
But see, that's what's so funny is that, oh yeah, this is the privacy invasion that we're going to get worried about. And if you've been reading the paper for the past 2 months, those are privacy invasions, you know, the loss of habeas corpus or something like that. I think it's so funny, like the online community, the way they react is kind of like Noam Chomsky without the language degree. It's just like, oh my God, it's a large corporation. Oh my God, it's somehow involved in my interaction with it, and now I'm really upset. Look, when you get in bed with a commercial product, that commercial product is going to get something from you. I wouldn't say that this is a watershed moment I've been waiting for from gaming, but this obviously needs to happen because in-game advertising is going to become essential to fund these games, and this is a reasonable way to get that kind of data.
Well, Adam, aside from the fact that the demo obviously doesn't get heated about politics in the way that they should and North American government, are you okay with it, though? As a gamer, if you install Battlefield 2142, are you okay with this software doing these things to your machine?
I'm not excited about it. You know what? I'm not so narcissistic to think that exactly what I do is of interest to the company. They want that general collected data out there. Are people in a certain region? Where do people tend to gravitate to in the game? Because that's where you're going to put the advertisements. That's where you're going to put the billboards. I think also, maybe it's not fair because I do work in television, and I think the Nielsen system is absolutely broken. And something that's a more general data gathering service, we can get a better sample group, would obviously probably do, say someone like me and, the people at EA a little bit better than just these tiny little samples that really are useless in this day and age.
Darren, what do you think about that? EA's got to justify their ads somehow, right? Now they've got some better data to do that.
Well, yeah, I think part of the thing is they have to sell the gamers on why it's going to be unintrusive and help them out in the end. I don't see them cutting the prices of the games any. It's still $50 and I'm seeing an ad for Pepsi in the game or whatever. I think the real thing is, I honestly don't have a big problem with putting an ad in a game. Just make it context sensitive. It's kind of just mailing it in if I see an ad for a 2007 Dodge truck in the middle of Battlefield 2142.
Well, they're built future-proof now. Come on. Listen, we played the games, and we didn't find any advertisements. Now, we found plenty of placeholders. We found spots in the game where ads may appear. Now, Darren, I know you and your buddies, you found an image online during a beta test of Battlefield, and it's very clear.
No, actually, that's retail.
That is a retail. All right, so this is from the retail game that was found online. Big Pepsi ad in the middle of the Battlefield. But again, right now, we're playing it, not seeing any. Do you think, Darren, this is because EA's waiting to flip the switch because of all the controversy? Or do you think it's because they don't have plans for ads right now?
I think they're waiting to flip the switch. And like I said, I don't have a problem with them flipping a switch. It's just, the IP logging had me a little concerned at first. Mm-hmm. I'm not sweating that. The real problem I have is making sure you don't pull me out of the illusion of the game. I don't expect to see Depends ads in World of Warcraft, but I just want to make sure that it kind of keeps me in the reality grounded in the game.
Although I will say, if there's one game where Depends ads might belong, I think it's catering to the World of Warcraft demo. I'm just throwing it out there.
That's what I'm talking about.
I think it's interesting, though, that it's EA that's doing this. EA has a rather troubled history with dealing with online games, period. From the moment they started with Majestic to the fiasco that was Earth and Beyond and to The Sims Online, they've never had a good relationship, and I can see them trying to shore up their back end by doing this, but they really have have, dipped their foot into a rather difficult pool because, yeah, I don't want to see ads in a game that completely violate the integrity of the game. But at the same time, the production of these games to get them out in a reasonable amount of time is becoming more and more expensive. And that's why I'm not bothered that the games aren't costing less money. You are, in essence, getting a lot more technology in a lot less time. And it's obviously being subsidized in game advertising.
Adam, I got to ask you about something on that one. You said it's a whole new technology and a lot more. Basically, I mean, I love the idea behind 2142, but if you take a good, hard, long look at it, it looks like a total conversion of Battlefield 2.
I'm not endorsing the game. I am so over 2140. I mean, I'm just over Battlefield. But
no, that's true. Using advertising to justify a game where there's an inflated development cost, especially when the game in question is really nothing more than a gussied-up PC mod, that's a little questionable. But here's where I had a big problem. Here's what bothered me. On the bottom of this warning, and someone turned on the caps lock for it, which means they were really serious and they wanted you to know. They said, if you do not want IGA to collect, use, store, or transmit the data described in this section, do not install or play the software on any platform that is used to connect to the internet. All right. First of all, we're buying a multiplayer game, so hopefully we really have an internet connection for it. Second of all, this warning was inside the box. I don't know what brick-and-mortar store will take a returned PC game. So if you paid $50 to $60 for this retail game and you decide you don't want this spyware, shouldn't EA be refunding these gamers? Adam, what do you think on this one?
I mean, now that you put it in that way, I would say that you should at least have some out if you were that caught by surprise. My God, it's a multiplayer game. My God, they're using data, my playing it to, sell their advertisers. Yeah, you should be able to get your money back. I never thought of it that way. But in the end, this is just very indicative of this kind of classic erosion of privacy that's happening, not just in gaming, it's happening in media, and it's happening in most facets of life. And it is like that odious quality that's happening in such a subtle way that people should be paying attention to and not getting caught up with just 2142 in the advertising.
Well, here's the upside to it all. Here's the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, Darren. I mean, the game developers now have a new revenue stream, right? I mean, they're getting in-game ads. They can pass the savings on to the consumer, right?
I'm still waiting. Does that mean I'll get it? Is that ever going to happen? You know what? I mean, I just want to throw this one thing out there. So we're talking about all these in-game ads for 2142. I'm going to point to a smaller company like S2 Games. Remember Savage, Battle for New Earth? Same idea before, they have a RTS Commander mode, big multiplayer game. Not one ad in there, free, and they host the servers, and actually now if you go online, the game's totally free.
Yeah, so are you willing to trade off a little bit of privacy? Would you let a company log your data, very quickly here, would you let a company log your data if you were willing to save a little bit money off the price or have a free gaming experience?
Give me something to justify it. I mean, like for example, like HBO, you're paying for no commercials.
Right. Adam, really quick, your thoughts here? Are you willing to give up your IP and give up some privacy for a cheaper game?
The more data you give, the cheaper your online costs are going to be. I like that idea. I think it seems like a more fair quid pro quo than the way that EA handled this, though. I always go back to Darkened Sky, which was the Skittles game. That was a cheaper game, and I got to wonder about the magic of Skittles.
All right. I want to thank
Taste
Adam.
the rainbow, baby.
I want to thank Adam and Darren for joining us in the digital water cooler that is The Loop, and thanks for keeping us informed. Now, listen, if the big gaming companies, if they're making extra money on the game that I purchase, I just want a piece. Give me a little cut. Save me something. But here's another idea. Instead of spending so much time finding ways to get ads in our faces and get more money out of them, why don't you plug the holes in the gameplay and prevent cheaters from ruining Battlefield? I'm just saying. Let's go over to Olivia. She's got what's coming up.
Thanks, Kevin. Very passionate. Now, still ahead in the feed, we'll tell you how smoking Mary Jane may soon be legal. Yes, hippies, slackers, Kevin, rejoice. And when I show off my rack, you'll see the glossies of the new Witch magazine. Get your broomstick ready, people. We will be back on TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. Welcome back to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. We are live, and I am about ready to show off the pulp nonfiction.
That's right, folks. This week, we've got 400 billionaires, a 79-pound dog, and a coven of witches, and they're all nestled snugly between the pages of Olivia's rack.
Okay, so here's my favorite things from the rack. After 25 years. This is the last issue of Computer Gaming World ever. The name is changing next month to Games for Windows, the official magazine. So they are celebrating with a look back at past issues. They go from text-based adventure games like Zork to the rise of the CD-ROM to The Sims. And if that's not enough, there's also a really cool feature on modding with an amazing gaming rig that looks like the bat symbol. This issue has a bunch of classic covers inside.
So much history in this magazine. Like, this is like like, I remember all these covers. I mean, like, never went out. This is a collector's item.
I know.
This is fantastic stuff.
This one's for you.
Oh my God.
Okay, well, just do you remember this one?
StarCraft. Of
Do you
course.
remember? Did you want it?
But Olivia, people
Okay,
are
hold
putting
on.
these in like Ziploc bags, and they're collecting, and they're You don't. You're not supposed to take them out and put them up on the wall.
Wait, wait, you don't understand.
This isn't Teen Bot magazine, man.
Kevin, they're like cards. You trade them. You're welcome. Okay, next up, Forbes magazine. It has this year's list of the 400 richest people in America. Donald Trump made the cover, but there is one small problem. He says he's worth $6 billion, but Forbes says it's only $2.9 billion.
When you're already in the billions, do you really have to lie about how many billion you have?
I don't get it. Now, but Bill Gates, a man who doesn't have to lie at all, he tops the list with a whopping $53 billion. Mr. Spielberg is in at $2.9 billion, and George Lucas joins the club with $3.6 billion. Now, for you single guys out there looking for a single sugar mama, you guys have two choices: Oprah Winfrey and her $1.5 billion, or David Geffen and his $4.6 billion.
Ooh.
So what are we going for,
Well,
Kevin?
at first I thought the scales are really tipped here, but it was 1.3 to 4.6.
1.5 to 4.6.
Oh, wow.
So you're looking at $3.1 billion difference.
That's a pretty close call. I'm going to be honest.
So
I'm going to have to think that over. I'm going to have to mull it over a little bit. No, I can't. Listen, that's a tough choice.
He's moving to Malibu, David Geffen. Next is Shock magazine for the illiterate in you. This month's issue has a great spread showing the differences between cigarette warning labels around the world. Some of them are really frightening. Screw cancer. I don't want to mess up my teeth or wind up with a cigarette growing out of my belly button.
Yeah.
Yeah. And who can resist a feature about people and their fat pets?
And not cool.
No. There's a 17-pound rabbit that eats 5 pounds of food every freaking day, and a 79-pound basset hound. That's why I love this magazine. They got crazy crap
I don't understand fat pets. I don't understand, because like, if the owners don't have self-control, I get it, but don't take that out on your pets,
Well,
man.
you and I have something in common. Both our parents have fat animals.
Oh.
My mom's dog Mimi is so fat you can't even walk on his legs. The other dog died, so now that dog gets all the food. It's really bad. Now your parents have
ridiculous. Yeah, they do, and I'm like, and it's not like they don't take them for walks kind of things. It's just like, oh, he likes food, so we feed him all the time, and I'm like, that's
like for Thanksgiving he gets a whole plate.
Do they really? No, they make. Did your parents cook food? Like if my parents
no, my
go
mom
to, I have one of the creepy families, like where they, in case we haven't figured that out by now. But it's like if they go to McDonald's or if they go to, they'll actually order a side dish for the dog and like cut it up and bring it to them. So it's like the dog gets to go to Applebee's with them. My dog eats better in the neighborhood than I do.
I'm so glad you've moved down to Southern California.
Right?
Leave them up in Northern California. I'll protect you from now on.
I still love them.
Sad family.
I still love them.
Now, finally, just in time for Halloween, this is the New Witch magazine.
Oh, the New Witch.
Yeah, it's kind of like Tiger Beat magazine for pagans. You guys want to know the best days for this fall for spellcasting? Well, it's in there. You want to learn about the untapped powers of the penis? It's all in there, including diagrams. Plus, you'll catch up with Emerald Rose, a band that's rocketing up the pagan charts with their hit song, Chicken Raid of Cymru, off their album Fire in the Head. This magazine really has it all. There's actually a picture in here I want to show you guys. It's a pagan ritual called chakra weaving, where the participants weave ropes between each other through loops that are in their chest. They're pierced loops in their chest, and they thread these ropes through. They make a pentagram.
I mean, my buddies and I do that we tie a little yellow ribbon around the old taint piercing. It's like we sing the folk song and then we actually assume the position. I mean, it's a cool ritual. I'm just saying, it's not. I don't know. If
that's my rack. Check out g4tv.com/AOTS for a recap of this week's magazines, and you guys can find all these issues on newsstands right now.
Don't go anywhere, folks. Coming up, we're going to see if we can make a love connection for you on MySpace. We'll be back doing 2.
Layla blows your mind with The Feed. And who doesn't love a lady who loves beer?
What's the worst computer game you guys have ever played?
Oh, I played a lot of bad ones.
You know, I gotta say the worst computer game I ever played was always in elementary school when it rains.
Number Munchers?
No, they make you go play Oregon Trail. Gotta go exchange money for bullets and, you know, pelts of beaver.
They steal my heart.
You tell me you did not like Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail was the best. It was you could shoot in the game. They let you play it in elementary school, and it encourages you to hunt things.
I would have rather played Tetris or Olympic sumo wrestling, but they would always make me play the Oregon Trail so you could learn things about history.
You pick the banker, you load up on ammo, you let everybody else get cholera, and you hunt for an entire rainy period. What can't you love about it?
Because mine was.
Would you rather be playing Carmen Sandiego and figuring out if she's in Istanbul?
No, because we always had to go back afterwards and talk about what we learned about the Oregon Trail. You
don't learn anything. You learn don't float the raft. That's all you ever learn, because the thing always tips over. They don't tell you that. It always tips.
Well, hopefully nowadays they have cooler things in school, because that sucks.
They're probably playing Quake 3.
Quake 3.
Probably. Our friend Alex here. What did he just get, Olivia? That was a nice move. He got an Attack of the Show t-shirt. Huh? Listen to him going wild. Listen to him going wild.
Yeah, well, you know what? You guys can get one too, can't they?
Yeah, if you send us a question and we use it, you'll be sporting a new shirt. Just go to g4tv.com/video voicemail.
You'll be one of the cool kids. Everyone's doing it.
That's right. You're going to end up on a flagpole. Welcome back, folks. We are live, and we're hanging it all on the line for you today. The show, our careers,
our t-shirts,
an orphan's life in Africa, everything on the line.
That's important. Now, coming up later, Terry Gilliam is no longer lost in La Mancha. He is back with his new film, Tideland, starring The Big Lebowski. It came out last Friday, and we're really excited about it. You guys, stay tuned.
But right now, it is in fact time for the only news that you need to know in the feed.
Thanks, guys. I'm Layla Kaylee, and it's time to start the feed. The controversial download site allofmp3.com is no longer selling albums. They're giving them away for free. The Russian site, which sells albums for $1, has lost its Visa account and can no longer do business with the public. They're switching to an ad-supported system and working on developing their own DRM software to allow users to access free music. Sound familiar? Sorry guys, but didn't you learn anything from Kazaa and Napster? Look how great those guys are doing. Yesterday, Apple announced that a small number of video iPods were shipped to stores containing a virus. Less than 1% of the players shipped after September 12th were hit with the glitch. The virus will only affect Windows computers and should be easily removed with any up-to-date antivirus software. But if you want to remove it, make sure the iPod is connected to your computer when you do the scan, just to be safe. The Universal Music Group and several artists have filed a lawsuit against two sites that show copyrighted material. Grouper and Bolt were named in the suit and are being accused of allowing users to swap pirated versions of music videos. They are seeking $150,000 for each instance of infringement and might also go after Sony, who bought Grouper in August for $65 million. YouTube dodged a bullet. They signed a deal with Universal the day of their acquisition. Sin City might get a little more sinful. On November 7th, it could be legal to carry a whole lot of marijuana in Nevada. There's a measure on the ballot that will allow people over 21 to be able to carry up to 1 ounce. It also calls for government-run stores that will sell and distribute the drug in hopes to eliminate drug dealers and free up law enforcement to pursue more serious substances. If the measure passes, there are going to be some hungry people at the casino buffets. Well, that's all for today. You can now get the feed to go on your iPod. Visit the iTunes store or go to g4tv.com/thefeed and click on iTunes podcast to subscribe. Now, you've just been fed. Back to you.
Thanks, Layla. Man, like, wouldn't it be cool if, like, the man just got off our back so we could, like, just smoke pot in peace? You're like, man, pot never hurt anybody, man. You just grab some munchies and chill with us. There's lots more ahead on TV's only source about stuff you care about.
These boozing babes will make your mouths water. It's the MySpace Girls of the Week. And the cops can't stop Lil Will from bringing you the goods.
Attack of the show. Attack. Attack of the show. Attack.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. We are live and ready to talk about Kevin and Zach's favorite subject, online exhibitionist chicks who love Attack of the Show.
Second only to Russian poetry. I do sort of like them, though. I do like the ladies online. And today, we've picked the girls through a very rigorous computer process.
So rigorous, in fact, that your mind would explode if we tried to explain it. Just have faith, because you're about to benefit from this, because the cat fight is about to begin. It's the MySpace Girl of the Week.
Alrighty, last week we had the MySpace Battle Babes duking it out, and you all chose roller derby girl May Hemley as the ultimate tough chick, which is nice.
Yes, May Hemley was actually supposed to be in studio with us today, but she found fame in India and is on to much bigger and better things. Look at her!
I mean, when you could get down that low, I mean...
She's a limbo champ.
I understand why she's not here at this point.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know, you got to get your money. Got to get paid.
Congrats to her. We're really proud of her. Best to her.
Continued success, May Hemley.
Now, to appropriately counter May Hemley's level of physical fitness with our own brand of AOTS workout, we're honoring Oktoberfest this week with 3 German-loving MySpace girls. Let's get to it, buddy.
Achtung, baby. Achtung. First up is Katie the Jolly Green. She's from St. Petersburg, Florida.
Okay.
Yikes. I don't like that picture.
Is that a fisheye lens?
Next. Yeah, it could be. She looks like a Beastie Boy. Her quote is, "Open your mind. Here comes the spoon." All right. She lived in Germany for 9 years, so she loves Oktoberfest and driving down German roads at 100 miles per hour. Hopefully not after drinking a lot of German beer.
No, never. Although on the Autobahn, it's totally safe.
Oh, absolutely.
They built that thing for DUIs.
Exactly. Yeah, it feels great on that thing. She also enjoys the feeling of wanting to grip baby chicks at the petting zoo. I just grope grown chicks at the petting zoo. I don't know about the gripping baby chicks. But she also advises, if you look at your hand and it angers you, amuses you, or confuses you, you are most definitely tripping. So she's a partier.
I get that, and that's true. That's true. I once got lost. I had a little shag carpet around the toilet. Got lost in that thing for like an hour.
Yeah.
I think I found Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure, but...
I've been lost in tile before, so I know what you're talking about.
Tile's amazing.
Incredible.
Textures, man. Next, it's Liz. Location, San Jose, California. She's 23.
She's hot.
Yeah, not bad at all. Her quote is, "Take these chances."
Nice.
All
Which
right.
chances are those?
I'm taking them, though. Liz's drinking etiquette, she says, if you think you might be slurring a little, then you're slurring a lot. She says if you think you're slurring a lot, you're not speaking English. But if you think you blacked out, you probably had sex with Zach. I don't know if that's one of her rules,
Damn
but
straight. Oh,
it's
man.
on there somewhere.
Hey, sleepassault.com.
She says, if you offer to buy a woman a drink and she refuses, she does not like you. However, if you offer to buy a woman a drink and she accepts it,
she still might not like you.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you know, I'd buy her a drink. She's hot.
Very, very cute.
Party's my kind of chick. Finally, we got Greta. She's from Nolens,
Greta.
Louisiana.
Oh, she's so blasted there, Zach.
Look at her. She's wasted. I'm like MySpace party. Her quote is, "The truth is out there." Hey, what do you know, an X-Files fan? She's got an affinity for partying, conspiracy theories, and she likes good debates. She also pays homage to a deer she ran over during her first Oktoberfest by drinking all the time. And her German name is very beautiful. Very, it just rolls off the tongue. Nella Gerlinde.
Oh, that's so... That's
Isn't that
sensual.
lovely?
It just rolls off the tongue like a
language of love.
jackhammer.
Yeah, really nice. It's like a mouthful of gravel.
To vote for your favorite lush, just go to g4tv.com/AOTS. It's fun. It's free. It's easy.
Like
those
these girls.
Hey, when we come back, Lil Will is going to be dodging bullets to bring you an all-new edition of the Discount Warehouse. See you guys after these messages.
Welcome back to the show. We are live from the G4 studios in Los Angeles, and whoever double parked in front of me today is getting their tires slashed. I'm just saying it. I'm letting you know.
What kind of car do you drive again?
Really?
Somebody get my keys.
Don't want it. It's too late now.
Why?
When I need electronics, I sure as hell don't go to any superstore. No. I get it the old-fashioned way off the back of a truck.
That's true. Now, you guys, you might not get a warranty, but Lil Will is the man to go for the best deals and some creative profanity.
What up, pilgrims? That's right. Dropping out of school and taking up a career in retail ain't never let me down. Every damn day some dope is falling off the back of truck somewhere. Check this out. These ICANS headphones from Ultrazone don't just look good, they sound great too. They can handle everything from hip-hop to R&B, you name it. Check the bullet points. Designed to be used with MP3 players, these bitches MSRP for like $130. But that, I found them online at shopsunshine.com for $115, son. Keeping the ladies in check ain't easy, which is why a dope-ass phone is all too important. This little bitch from Samsung doubles as an MP3 player, it's a world phone, has a 1.3 megapixel camera, but that ain't all. Check the bullet points. With Bluetooth, a micro SD slot, and a speakerphone, this bitch is usually like $200. But T-Mobile is selling it right now for $100. Players of Maury ain't the only baby daddies in the world. Got a bunch of crumb snatchers tugging at your leg. This little ass MP3 player from Tiger is a great way to keep them distracted, you know, so you can watch the game, son. Check the bullet points. With 128 megabytes of internal memory, this thing stores hours of music and a ton of photos. The best part, though, is how cheap it is. I found it at Amazon.com for $80. That's my theme music. Anyway, that's it from Lil Will's Discount Warehouse. Don't forget to check out my blog at g4tv.com/AOTS, where you can find links to all this. Till next time, peace.
You want to flip to see who's putting up the old bond for Will?
He'll just bust out.
Probably.
Got those little technique. What's that called?
What, a chisel?
Chisel.
Because there's a lot of that's also the baby bird if you get them both going. Still coming up, we will show you footage from Terry Gilliam's newest film, Tideland. Will he redeem himself for Brothers Grimm? Find out on TV's only source for all the stuff
What was
you
that
care
again?
about.
Do it again.
Baby bird.
If you haven't been watching Attack of the Show,
this is a horrible, horrible thing.
This is what you're missing. For more info, go to g4tv.com/AOTS.
Attack of the Show. Attack.
Welcome back to the show. Now, we're going to have to split in a second and go buy some cigs.
Yeah, but don't listen to your mother. We are coming back. We swear. Swear.
Seriously.
She
Coming
never
up
came back,
tomorrow. No, she never did. Anna David is dropping by to undo your button fly and go in your pants with all the sex and relationship advice you could ever need.
Plus, we will go behind the scenes of Flags of Our Fathers to talk with the director, Clint Eastwood, and the cast. And Friday, Blair Butler is going to rip open the Mylar bags. Mylar bags and give us the scoop on the latest comics in fresh ink.
Still love you.
Mylar.
No, it's good enough. It's
Whatever.
my Lars, your Lar. Finally, we've got the trailer for Terry Gilliam's new film, Tideland. This thing stars Jeff Bridges, and it's about a little girl dealing with her heroin-addicted parents and sort of the fantasy world that she escapes into. I mean, it sounds like a Gilliam movie to me.
It's not just a drain.
Flower, this is where you belong.
It's the edge of the world. If I shut my eyes, maybe I'll wake inside your dream.
Tideland. Tideland.
You guys, it's playing in select cities right now.
Did you miss the trailer voice guy though in that trailer? Did you miss that?
I like the creepy little girl music.
Do you like creepy girl music? Yeah. What about a doll that winks at you though? That's not cool.
That's not cool.
I don't even like the dolls where you tilt them and the eyes pop open and close. That was freaky.
I had a doll that used to give it water and pee. Now for all the things you guys saw today and more, go to g4tv.com/AOTS. Good night. It peed.
I bet it did.